All right, I'm about to mix the best parts from the G80 M3 and put them on the F80 M3. All right, so this build's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited. It's got a bit of a retrofit as well as a load of aftermarket parts from some of the best companies we work with day to day. So this is Jamie's M3 F80. Jamie is a good friend of ours and a very good customer. He's been coming to R44 for some years now, and we built a fair few cars for him. So this is his brand new F80 M3, well, brand new to him. It's my perfect spec. It's a white car, black interior, extended leather, really good factory spec, icons that I kind of want to remove in this process and kind of just give him some extra lights, telling him that those lights will be fine and I should have those ones because icons are great, but I also don't have icons on my M3, so it's emotional. But anyways, let's get back to it. So this car is going in for like a club sport build. So it's all the core essentials that you need underneath your car to make it feel that bit more M. And just better just day to day. We're going to do a full service across pretty much the whole car from the engine to the rear differential and just once over it because he's just going to finish it now and go out there and enjoy it. We'll probably look to add some suspension and a few other things in the near future. But let's get into a little bit more about the products that we've chosen for this build. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video about fitting some G80 M3 parts to this M3 behind me. So first up, we have this G80 M3 front seat pair. So we've got a pair of seats, they're black. Big shout out to Facebook Marketplace. You can pick up some serious deals. So these are going in pretty good condition. In terms of the retrofitting of this, we're not 100% sure how to do it and what we're gonna do, but we are working with one of our best partners, which is Define Coding. He is the man, the myth, the legend when it comes to coding this vehicle. So our technician and Kyle will work on things and work it all out. Hopefully, shouldn't be a problem. So that's that one. We'll go into a bit more detail later. And we have some brake calipers. So these are the G80 M3 brake calipers that have been powder coated in this kind of purple color that Jamie's going through on this car. We then have this bracket, which has been machined up, which is gonna allow us to put some studs in, which will hopefully put these in the right position. We're still waiting on a few more components for the brakes. So this is something that we're gonna look at a little bit later in this build, but the seats are definitely gonna be happening very early on. So let's now start running through some of the chosen product from the aftermarket catalog that we have on our website. So KW V3 Clubsport. So these are Clubsport spec, which come with top mounts pre-installed, which can be super nice. I've not installed the Clubsport spec before, but I've sold and installed many of the normal V3s. We run them on a lot of our cars actually. So V3 suspension, which I think just the perfect everyday with a mix of track, some suspension secrets arms, which will allow us to adjust the car a little bit, H&R anti-roll bar. So these are the kind of thicker, more performance-orientated ones. We've got some charge pipes from FTP, which is going to be paired up with a CSF inlet on the top, or a charge cooler, which is going to be super cool. And then this beautiful piece of machine work, which is the Mosselman oil cooler. This thing always keeps your temps low on track. So it's quite an essential mod, especially when you are servicing the vehicle. So we'll be flushing the vehicle of engine oil, replacing it with Motul 300V. We're going to do the gearbox service, so a full ZF gearbox service, which we'll go into in this video, which will be super cool. We're then going to do the brakes, of course, with Motul 660. We're then going to go to the rear differential and change the fluid with the Motul 75-140, I think. Yeah, so you're going to do that. So all of the kind of drivetrain is going to be serviced. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be ready. And of course, we're going to have to put some coolant in when doing the CSF. So yeah. We've got our work cut out. We've got something to do this week, which will be exciting. Other than that, if you are bored of this video, make sure you check out other videos because we could do loads of cool things. Anyways, let's get this thing up in the air and get working. So anti-roll bars, so let's run through it. So this car is fitted with H&R anti-roll bars. I think there's two options for this vehicle from H&R. This is kind of the thicker, more performance-based option, more expensive option. On our car, we run the iBack. No major difference, just at the time the iBack was the preference and the quickest solution when we were building ours. It runs pretty good, but I've heard some really good stuff about the H&R stuff. So we put it on Jamie's car and it looks good, fits up quite nice. They give you new brackets, new bushes for where it fits to the subframe, comes all the way through, and then it comes to some suspension secrets parts, which we'll run through next. So let's run through the V3 Clubsport. So they're quite cool. You've got external canisters which have the adjusters on the top of them. So if you wanted to adjust them, you can reach over. So you could jack up the car, reach over the wheel and adjust your adjuster, which is quite nice compared to like the V3s. Well, Dill, why don't we do something really cool for the viewers? So if you come in here and you can't see anything, but I'll get a torch. All right, so this is the V3 Clubsport. So the external canisters on this side with the adjuster on the top side. So you can, if you're at the track day, reach over the wheel and adjust it, which is quite cool. Or you could turn the wheel and adjust it. And if you come over here on this M3 Touring, so this is an M3 Touring running V3s, non-Club Sport, and you can see the adjusters on the bottom side, which is more difficult to adjust when you're on the fly at the track day. So yeah, at the rear of the car, so we've got the adjuster at the top, so you can adjust it. So at the front, they're actually on the actual coilover itself. And on the back of this, you've got the canister as well, the external, and it's on the underside. So when you do this, you can reach around and reach the bottom of the canister to adjust it, which is pretty cool. So the KWs are really nice. I do quite like the Club Sports. I'm not gonna lie, if you were to call up and ask me for my opinion when buying a set of KWs, I'd push you towards the Club Sport variant of the V3s, just because the adjuster is just in a much better place. They're a nicer bit of kit, as well as you get the free, well, included in the price, the top mount. So yeah, nice little deal. Do quite like them. Yeah, pretty nice. Can't go wrong with KWs. We've got two G81s over there, both running very similar suspension. So yeah, let's drop it down and we'll have a look at the top mounts. All right, so rebound on these cars, well, on the KW variant is on the top. So you can jack up the car at the track day and you can get your hand in here and adjust it, which is quite cool. So you've got plus and minus on the rebound, which is super clean. So that's the rebound on the top of the rear. Now let's drop the car fully down to the floor and we can show you the rebound on the top of the front struts. All right, so let's come inside the engine bay, which later in this video, you'll see some secret sauce that'll be added, but let's get inside here. This is the KW Club Sport top mount that comes included. Really nice bit of kit, really easy to adjust. So you've got torque fittings on the top, loosen them off, and it slides. Super clean. Pretty much every adjustment that you're going to put it in, you'll be able to adjust it. And that is such a key thing on top mounts, because it's such a nightmare when you want to rake it all the way in and you can't tighten a couple of the bolts. You can't do caster on this, that's the only issue. So like a Nitron R3s, we have a caster adjustment on the top, which is quite cool. So we can dial it in, which we do on our F80. But to be honest, with a V3, you pretty much just need that camber, which is really nice bit of kit. And then the rebound can be taken care of from the top of the thing, top of the strut. And you've got a little Allen key inside your box that can just go in there and you can adjust it. So yeah, really nice little bit of kit here. And yeah, let's get on something next. All right, so let's run through the suspension secrets parts that have now been fitted to the vehicle. So anti-roll bars are the H&Rs. We've got suspension secrets front anti-roll bar links, but we haven't fitted them. We're just running it, setting up as so, and then we're going to change them over. But we've got them on the rear, just not the front at the moment, but we will change them over. So we've gone for the solid front control arm bushes, which are a nice little install. We press them out and yeah, super simple. You can, on our website, buy brand new arms as well. So if you wanted to do it all fresh, buy a new arm, buy a suspension secret bushing. What else have we've done? We've done no other real suspension secrets parts on the front of the car. But if we move to the back of the vehicle, we've got some spicy boys. We've also got some more stuff from suspension secrets. So we've got the toe arms here, so we can adjust the toe. I think these are like the traction arms that are also adjustable, which is quite nice. And then we've got the drop links tucked in right behind here. So yeah, if you're changing your toe arms, you want to remove the factory toe adjustment from the hub, so they opt for a lockout kit. So when you're buying them from the website, you'll see a little drop down yes or no. Pretty much, I don't know why anybody would choose no. Make sure you choose yes, and that'll bring a whole new kit. Otherwise, you can use your original, and you could adjust a little bit further, refine it on the fly. But yeah, lockout kit is what we spec. And then obviously you've got the beautiful KWs in here, which look 1010. Under this hood, we've put some amazing products, and we've mixed the brands up a little bit, but let me run you through why we've chosen each part of it and yeah, what we'd hope to expect from each of those. So one of my favorite mods, and I think it's the favorite mod from everybody in the game, because this Mosselmann thermostat, one, looks good. So for the show boys, for the guys that want to make their engine bay look good, you know, like Dylan, for example, the guy that doesn't really get it hot enough, this one's for him. So this is a polished Mosselmann, but for the Tom Wrigleys, the Luke, the Geobuy Lukes, the guys that are really pushing the cars, this thermostat, and myself, I push mine quite hard, but anyways, keeps the oil around at 90 to 100 degrees. So we pair that up normally with a CSF oil cooler, which is already on this car, I think. And that works amazingly. I've literally just finished a full race season or a track day season in our F80, and it just worked flawlessly. So Mosselmann on the front, we're going to do an oil service with that. We're going to use the Mosselmann titanium fittings and a full OEM gasket refresh. So that's the back gaskets, the oil kind of O-rings on the oil feed lines on the underside. The CSF, it looks clean. You can get these in so many different finishes. So my car has a polished one. Dylan's car has very similar to this, which is a crinkle finish. The crinkle finish is just like OEM plush. You're getting rid of that horrible plastic that's been crimped with the with the middle core, whereas the CSF is a full one-piece kit. So that's that. We've done the J pipe on the side there, and we've done the two crossover charge pipes from FTP. FTP is a brand that we've been selling for a long time. You get what you pay for. It's really good value for money. It does exactly what it needs to do and nothing more. It doesn't look crazy. It just looks perfect. If you want to spend a little bit more, you want something more spicy to go next to your beautiful colored or polished finished CSF, then we recommend going for like an Venturi exposed carbon. It's beautiful piece. Or there's loads of different charge pipes. There's MMXs I think Dylan has on his car, which have a more of a like satin finish with an etched MMX in it. So there's some cool bits there. So we went for those two and 3 items, which I think look really good. And then of course, Jamie's already got the MST, which is on our website, which sounds good, goes whooshes in it, pushes. And yeah, that's pretty much the engine bay. So let's bounce back to the workshop where you guys get to see this all get installed. All right, cool. So let's run you through why we go for stud and nut kits on like a club sport build like this. But first thing first, it's just the ease of removal and refitting the wheel. If you think about this as your stock bolt, you've got to then put one of these on it like that. Take it out. You probably would use one of these as well. I wasn't really prepared for this part of the video. So you use what we would do naturally is take one of these out, we'll then put a wheel hanger in, then remove all of the original bolts, and then we can remove the wheel safely without it falling down. But with a stud and nut kit, you've got 5 of these already in position. You can simply just take off the nuts, rip them off, change your wheel and put them back. We offer 2 sizes, I believe. So it's a 65mm and maybe a 70mm. Check it on the website for your application of vehicle, but that just allows for spacers. We kind of recommend these, which I think are the 65s. Let me just double check. 75. So we're putting 75s on Jamie's car. This will mean that you can run any spacer pretty much up to like a 20mm. So you can go like that. This is a 10 or a 12mm spacer. Still, you have enough meat for the wheel and enough meat for the nut to go on. But yeah, all you got to do when you install these, clean the hub out thoroughly, airline it, kind of rub it with a wire wool, clean it up, and then a bit of thread lock, and then torque it up. Just do not torque it too much because you'll go through a fair amount of Allen key bits when they snap. So yeah, that's it pretty much. You've got your nuts. What we tend to do is replace our nuts every couple months so that they're fresh. But other than that, stud and nut kits are pretty good, and the value for money from BMW is 10/10. So yeah, we're going to install this now onto Jamie's car. All right, so I'm gonna just quickly hijack and talk about a brand new product on the R44 website, and it's going on Jamie's car, and it's going on my car, and it's gonna go on Dylan's car. We've been wanting these for ages. So this is a full DCT service kit. You actually can't really buy these from BMW, so it's a real nice blend of OEM fluids and OE products. You can actually see there's a little grind out of there, and technically that's probably got a BMW badge on it at one point, but these are OE products, so these are like as per the original, but not sold as BMW. So it's a full DCT service kit. It comes with everything you need to service it, including the gasket and literally everything. So yeah, it's on the website. We're gonna show you guys kind of what we're doing. I don't know how detailed we'll go, but we've got a lot to do on this car. We've got a short period of time, and we want to spend more time dialing in the car than kind of fluffing over the service. But we do have to service my car, which is an F80, and Dylan's car, which is an F87 M2 competition. So yeah, if you guys need a service kit for your DCT, Dylan's car, what yours is like 50,000, 30,000 miles, maybe 40,000. He's been driving it a lot. Mine's at like 90, but it also had a new gearbox. So it's good. I think if you get up to that like 50,000 mile mark, I would highly recommend doing this. Poor gearbox, it does a lot, Anyways, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna jump on and I guess get this installed, and then we'll come back and we'll jump back on this table when we talk about the rear differential service, as well as more things in the suspension. All right, so it's now differential time. So we're gonna run through what we're doing on Jamie's car. We're gonna drop the fluid out, and what our lovely technician has recommended, drop the top one first, get any overflow out of there, put it into your little drip tray, and then drop the bottom one. Because you're doing it in that sequence, when you take this out, the flow is beautiful. So you're gonna empty all of the oil from your car, and we're gonna refill it with the Motul 75W140. So this is more of a motorsports grade fluid. It's what we've been recommended from Tom, who's been servicing them for a fair few years, and just Motul, we put in all of our fluids. So that's not the gearbox, because we're using the kind of OE stuff, but the, well, we use it on our G80 gearboxes, on all the built gearboxes, which is the Motul stuff that's on our website, but because we sell this kit as like more of an OE kit, that's why we're using the BMW stuff. Engine oil, we use 300V from Motul. But yeah, diff fluid, we've been using this for a while on our cars. It's been good. But yeah, these are BMW like sump plugs. You get 2 of them in the kit. well, yeah, they're on our website. And then if you want the BMW genuine oil, we also have that in stock on the website. So it's up to you guys, but yeah, let's get this service now. And that now means that we're gonna have, not in the sequence of this video, an oil service, gearbox service, and a rear differential service on this vehicle before it heads out on track. All right, boom! Good afternoon, everybody. We are out in Jamie's car. So this is actually my first test drive of the car after the boys have been working on it. And so far I've gone over one bump and it feels great. But yeah, no, we're out. We're gonna take it for a drive. But the biggest thing that you probably have noticed, well, I don't know if you actually have noticed, is that we haven't got the G80 carbon buckets. We actually haven't got a half cage, which we're installing shortly. And it doesn't brake as good as it's gonna brake because we're gonna do all of that in episode 2. But yeah, let's go for a little drive. Let's walk through a few different things. Yeah, first thing first, it's been to alignment. So we went to Geo by Luke. What we did first was obviously did the suspension, did a fair amount of like just round the block driving, taking it out for test drives, just dialing it in, then over to Luke's, which is a nice 30-minute drive each way. He's done his alignment, double checked everything. So far so good. It drives in an amazing straight line. It's got a nice steering wheel on this. Wow, sounds quite good. He's got intakes on it as well. So under the engine bay, I think, are they MST intakes? Yeah. So he's got MST intakes. We've obviously fitted that CSF charge cooler, the FTP charge pipes, and the Mosselman thermostat. So he's got all fresh fluids throughout. So that's the engine fluid, the gearbox fluid, and the differential fluid. Next week for episode 2 of this build, we'll receive the EBC brake discs to hopefully make this conversion possible. The G80 seats, we're just going to finish off repinning everything and getting them working. It's never an easy job. It's the first time we've done it. There's not really anything online. If you're watching this video and you've done it before, just please send us an email. That'll be helpful. But I think we're pretty much there. We just need to get it done. And then we've got a half cage that's colored to the same color as the front calipers from SW Motorsports. So that powder that we've ordered had to come from America. It's coming in. It's going to be a lightweight cage. It's going to have hoops. It's T45. So it's going to be a really nice bit of kit. And then we need to look for some black 6-point harnesses to kind of bolt out the side, just to give that extra little bit. Because yeah, our friend Jamie actually drives with hand controls. So actually, look, we can do a bit of this. If I put my legs up here, not that you can see one leg here, one leg there, and you can drive around with hand controls. And he actually has a G80 M3, our old Mexico blue one, and he let me drive around Brands Hatch with no feet, which is quite fun. Boom. So Jamie, episode 1 is now complete. We've obviously just shown you throughout this video how things are installed, why we've opted for them, and all the differences and all the amazing things. If you have any further questions, hit up our team. If you're in the US, you have Hez. If you're in the UK, you have Blair and all the team here at R44 Performance. But I think Jamie's car is looking pretty good. The ride height is exactly perfect, I think. It looks ready. We just need some 18s, some semi-slicks, and we can get it on track. But before that, episode 2. It's gonna come in the next couple of weeks. We always have another big project which is wrapping up, which is our M3 touring build. But Jamie's car, episode 2, which we'll be filming next week, hopefully, and then releasing shortly, which will be the G80 conversion pieces. So that's the G80 seats, the brakes, and a full half cage in this beautiful car. But yeah, big up, thank you to Jamie for giving us your vehicle to work on. And guys and girls, if you need anything, hit up our team. We'd be more than happy to help. Primarily, we love to supply the parts. If you want them installed, we can try and install them at our place if we have availability. Otherwise, we'll recommend some amazing workshops around this world. Peace out, like, subscribe, hit that bell button. We'll be back for another build next Sunday.